This is the cover from the notebook that you'll be using this trimester for the course Astronomy, the Universe. The notebook entitled Astronomy is Looking Up. I'm going to start with a poem here by Walt Whitman. When I heard the learned astronomer, when the proofs, the figures were ranged in columns before me, when I was shown the charts and diagrams to add, divide, and measure them, when I sitting heard the astronomer where he lectured with much applause in the lecture room, how soon unaccountable I became tired and sick, till rising and gliding out I wandered it off by myself, in the mystical moist night air, and from time to time, looking up in perfect silence at the stars. One of the reasons I enjoy teaching astronomy so much is because people seem to be just innate in their curiosity and their wonderment for what lies out there in the cosmos. There's not this natural inclination of, ooh, that's not my favorite subject. People are willing to say, I enjoy astronomy, I don't know much about it, but I love it. And this is something that we want to continue in the world of astronomy and not have you become lost in proofs and figures arranged in columns by charts and diagrams to add, divide, and measure them. This is not to say I don't love the beauty and the marvel that math contains. It's just this is an introductory course. We want you to come away with appreciating even further your love for the night sky and the celestial objects that can be viewed in the daytime as well. Also, we start with this poem to point out that it's up to you to take the time to go outside and look it up in the perfect silence at the stars. Teaching this course in the daytime in a school setting only allows for one visible star to be seen, and that is our sun. Occasionally, depending on the dusk-dawn hours, you might be able to see two stars. The planet Venus, often nicknamed the morning star or the evening star, but of course it's not a star, it is indeed a planet. So the one star is what we get to look at in our scheduled time for astronomy. First thing I'd like to have you consider is the concept of are we alone? Which is originally what I wanted to call this class when I had the opportunity to add to my curriculum another astronomy class called Astronomy Space Explorations, which is essentially a history looking at humankind's effort to get off the ground and then off the planet as a spacefaring species. So this created the situation to have the original astronomy class, this one, typical night sky, galaxies, what's out there, type of a course with an additional subtitle to its name. And so I originally put Astronomy, Are We Alone? As that is the ultimate goal of this course, is to figure out a stronger basis for arguing whether we are alone in this cosmos. Now, anytime you have a new course title, you need to submit that to the NCAA for clearing so that scholarships can be awarded. And the title of Astronomy, Are We Alone? Was sent back for being too vague. I kind of chuckled, and tongue-in-cheek style that I have, I decided what could be more vague. And I put the title as Astronomy, the Universe, never thinking for 1 second that it would actually be approved. So here begins our work with Astronomy, the Universe, the course I originally wanted to call Are We Alone? So thinking of this Are We Alone? We have this phone home, classic two-line phrase from the 80s film E.T. E.T. is an initialism. It's not an acronym, because we don't say et. We say the initials E.T., so it's initialism. And this is a film where a young boy finds in his backyard an alien creature and decides that this will make a great play pal for him and wants to coax him into his bedroom. The film writers have to seek permission for any product that's going to be placed in the film. So they, as the legend goes, go to M&M and Mars, tell them about this film. M&M and Mars decide that this film may just be a flop, and they don't want their product associated with a film that could quite potentially cause some financial loss. So back to the drawing board, as they say, and the film producers decided, well, there's this candy product we're aware of that no longer is going to be produced by the Reese's company. I'm sure they'd let us use it in the film. And sure enough, Reese's Pieces was used in the film E.T. to coax the young creature up into the young human creature's bedroom, and the Reese's Pieces is no longer an obsolete candy thanks to the overwhelming success of the film E.T. I've always wondered how much molded candy or how much molded Reese's Pieces are in homes across the world of children trying to create Reese's Pieces trails to get their own alien friend to play with. There's a little scene with E.T. doing the wonderful spinning of the Reese's Pieces. By the way, E.T. is a plant-based race. This comes directly from Steven Spielberg, the creator of the film, and the idea that it's a plant-based species may offer a new lens through which you watch and appreciate the film. So E.T., extra, beyond, terrestrial, another term for Earth, Terra. The question is, do you think there is extraterrestrial life? Circle 1, yes, no, or unsure. And then set aside a time of about 4 to 6 minutes to explain why you answered the way you did using logic and evidence whenever possible. To help you, let's say you circle yes. Think adamantly no. What arguments and logic can you provide here that would make me think, okay, maybe not? And of course, vice versa. If you circle no, think I'm adamantly yes. If you circle unsure, then think that I'm absolutely committed to one of these or the other, and as I read your logic and evidence, I certainly step back and think, maybe I should not be so strictly yes or no. No, there's some great questions that you have raised. So consider, do you think there is extraterrestrial life beyond this Earth? Jot down your thoughts here.